Hello and welcome to another stream of Assassin's Creed Chronicles Russia to continue the 100% playthrough as part of the annual 2024 Assassin's Creed Marathon that I'm doing. And we are on normal difficulty, going through getting all the collectibles, reading the database entries that pop up about people's, places, or things, and also getting all the upgrades on normal. And we're up to sequence 8, I think. Yeah, sequence 8. So we've got 5 more missions left. And then the next run through will be on the next difficulty to get the upgrades that are exclusive to Plus game mode. Hey there, Lucas. Welcome on in. It is indeed. It is time. It is time for me to be streaming. Not that I have a schedule of what time to start, but but it's time. So let us go and have a look at what we've done so far. Alright. So, anytime there's an Assassin's logo, that means that that's what we've done. So, in sequence 1, we've gotten all the collectibles. We've gotten the 2 upgrades. Sequence 2, the same. Sequence 3, the same. Sequence 4, the same. Same with sequence 5. Same with sequence 6. And sequence 7. And now we're up to sequence 8 as well. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm doing good, thanks, Lucas. How about yourself? So this is what we're up to. Memory sequence 8. There's 8 Animus Shards, 2 chests, and we need to get 3,100 points for increased health and 4,700 points for Helix bar increase. You going good? Excellent. That's good to hear. This will give us a recap. Well, not really a recap, but it'll play the opening cutscene to this level.
Nikolai, I've been told what's happened. It is incredible you have made it this far. I see the girl. Where is the box? Here.
You're Sergei? Can you cure me?
I can, child, but our mentor might. I'll take you to him.
Let's go.
You have to go to the Bureau, Nikolai. You need to report everything you've seen.
What?
Sergei, I gave the child my word.
She is safe now, Nikolai. She is with us. No harm will come to her.
I'll be fine, Kolya.
They'll take good care of you. I won't be far, and I will return as soon as I can.
The Romanov girl. That's who they bring into the Kremlin.
Da. She has been imprinted with past memories. She's like a living precursor artifact.
So what will they do?
Try to extract those memories, I suppose. She'll never survive this procedure.
Then good riddance. About time she joins Hakin in the grave.
No, they can't do that to her. She didn't ask for this to happen. It's my fault. I have to stop this.
Assassins, what are you doing? What are you doing? I always shake my head at how the Russian assassins are portrayed. Only because it's like... So, the thing about the assassins is that they're not supposed to be... In some ways, they're supposed to be neutral in battles because, like, the Templars can use any side of the fence to their advantage. They can make people be part of one side or the other, but the ultimately the machinations of the Templars are, permeating throughout stuff. But with the assassins, they're supposed to be similar in the sense that assassins can be, anywhere. Like they don't have to be, you can only be here and there. But I mean, the difficult thing is that it's all about perspective. So there might be some who say, well, that's fine if she dies because she was, she's the daughter of the Tsar. So I don't really know the history enough to be able to determine or even say, who I think the right side was, and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, if I guess it's like a hierarchy thing. If the parents of someone do something terrible, should the children be punished as well? Like it's not like they told their parents to do it. You know what I mean? So I feel like with Anastasia, at least the way that it's portrayed here, like she didn't do anything. Like she's got no, like, yeah, she's the daughter of the Tsar, and if the Tsar's enemies didn't like what he did, then that's one thing. I guess what I'm trying to say is that the assassins should not be wanting to, kill someone or, be careless about someone simply because they're related to someone else who did something or perceived to, you know what I mean? I know it's kind of hard to explain. But anyway, that's where we find ourselves at this point in the story. The assassins, these particular assassins, they're just like, oh yeah, like, the thing about it is that, like, if there's a procedure that is going to kill someone, like, and you're the assassins, just don't do the procedure at all. Like, it's something that the Templars would do. The Templars would want those memories to be extracted. Whereas the assassins would be more like, well, we have to find ways to help so that they can deal with it. Lucas, why do you always think about Total Recall when you stream? So I've got like a subconscious thing that I've embedded into my streams that when people watch them, all they can think of is Total Recall. Total Recall. Total Recall. Hey there, Sheila. Welcome on in. It's going really good. We're up to sequence 8 of the story. We have 5 left. Could fill out a whole stream, I think, given how annoying some parts can be. Might have to redo some stuff. And that's no worries at all, Sheila, for not being here for part 1 of the playthrough. That's okay, dude. I hope you're feeling better today. I hope you're not as sick as you were. Hope you're on the mend. In safe hands. September 1918, Moscow. Anastasia is now in the safe hands of the Order, and Orlov can pay for the documents he needs to leave Russia forever with his family. Or so it seems. So to get the increase in health, we need 3,100 points. To get the Helix Bar increase, we need 4,700 points. Secondary objective, steal from assassins to recover information about the operation on Anastasia. You get 400 points reward for that.
Dobry wieczór, towarzysz. Where's the girl? Which facility? Talk!
The Kremlin, next to Tsarskaya Tower and the tram station.
Tsarskaya hideout. I know this place.
And there's 8 Animus Shards and 2 chests. Sheila, you're on your way to recovery. At the end of the week, you should be good again. Excellent, that's really good. Glad to hear that, dude. That's always the thing, like when you're sick, it's good to be feeling better and better each day, even if it's a small amount, it all builds up. Sergei was a scientist in the Russian Brotherhood of Assassins and a trusted ally of Nikolai Orlov. He was the Order's director of research at the Protvino Laboratory, a facility of the Russian Academy of Science, which Lenin had accepted to lend to the assassins in late 1917. Sergei was well aware of the power of ancient artifacts and was eager to get any relic the assassins could put their hands on, hoping to study them and learn their secrets.
This precursor stuff is dangerous. It's a good job the Templars haven't managed to lay hands on any of it yet.
You're telling me? Imagine if they got their hands on the precursor temple.
I heard that some of the smaller countries are trying to break away now that there is confusion. Where did they go?
Short. The door is locked. One of these gods must have the key.
I like this. This isn't considered lethal. And the dude is just still asleep there.
About that. It's bad enough we have to deceive one of our own.
Stop being so soft.
Ah, I see now. I want to maximize in the shadow style.
Dobry wieczór, towarzysz. Where's the girl? Which facility? Talk!
The Kremlin, next to Tsarsky Tower and the tram station.
Tsarskaya hideout. I know this place.
How did she get that way anyway?
I don't know. Something to do with the box we've been after for centuries.
This precursor stuff is dangerous. It's a good job the Templars haven't managed to lay hands on any of it yet.
Short. The door is locked. One of these gods must have the key.
It's bad enough we have to deceive one of our own.
Stop being so soft.
It's funny. It lets me go on the outside of that window, but it doesn't let me make Nikolai jump. Which I kind of needed him to do, so I can reach that shard. Maybe I can get him behind here. Nope. Because I want to get this shard. It means that I have to actually... Is there a way to get back up there? No. Alright. Smoke bomb says.
I see him!
Oh, that's right. He's got a gas mask. Anyway, that works out well because the shard will still be remembered as collected. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about going that way.
Some of the smaller countries are trying to break away now that there's confusion.
Which ones?
Ukraine has declared independence, and Estonia plans to do the same. Though they want to remain closer.
So they don't want Bolshevik rule. Brave choice. Кто это?
Assassin orders 1. Nikolai will bring the girl, hopefully. I'm afraid he's grown fond of her. If you meet him, don't tell him about the procedure we intend to perform on the girl. This document is signed by Sergei himself. See, right here we have the assassins basically, or these assassins compromising the order by this. Nothing on this earth can save your sorry hired.
My ship has barnacles on its underside.
Thank you for redeeming that. Thank you. How's it going, Doctor? Doctor, you thought you should mix it up a bit with the failed response? Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, some of them can be funny too, when you choose the wrong thing in those games. Woke up 3 hours ago at 6 a.m, but you're feeling fine. Oh, well that's good. That's good that you're feeling fine as well. Especially, waking up that early.
Whoever this is, you need to speak up. Some Bolsheviks have got lucky anyway.
How so?
Well...
Roger, you might need to get the key.
Let's just hope things settle down before the country tears itself apart. How is your family?
Coping. Times are hard all around. But hopefully it will become easier soon. How about yours?
Better now it is summer.
I'm out. Now, I must find Anya.
Nikolai, come with us.
Sorry, brothers. This doesn't concern you.
So I'm guessing that Anya must be short for Anastasia, unless I'm pronouncing Anastasia incorrectly. Maybe it's Anastasia.
If I can slow down the news, I may get to the outpost without having to fight my own.
What was that? Somebody there?
Whoops, I knew I was going to mess up there. Would have been detected by the spotlight. Hey, good afternoon, noon, evening. Babs, welcome on in. How's things going for you today? How's Chronicles? It's going good. Yeah, we're up to sequence 8. And so far, but this will change. So far, haven't gotten to any really annoying parts yet. But it's still early. Sheila, please tell me that the assassins aren't planning to assassinate Anastasia. Yeah, Sheila, essentially they are, because they want to do experiments on her to extract the memories of Xiao Jun, and the procedure is either you die as a result, or you're basically brain dead. You know, so, yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Exactly, Babs, yeah. Yet. That time will come. That is true, Sheila. Yeah. Yeah, that's why I'm not really too fond of this particular group of assassins, you know. Because it's like, no. It doesn't matter what benefits or perceived benefits you could get from knowing those memories or extracting them. Like, it's not worth killing someone who didn't do anything. It doesn't matter if their family was, you know, considered to be, like, evil or something. You know what I mean? There we go.
Too late.
Okay, where was the other one that I missed? Oh, the rod. Don't mind me. I thought I already got that one, but I was thinking about the one in the background further.
It won't last forever. Maybe enough for me to reach the Kremlin.
I mean, you don't have to do that. That's not one of the optional objectives. But it'll expand the time it takes for the assassins to start being hostile towards you directly. Well, that's debatable, because you could have messed up and that happened already.
What's going on, brother?
orders are to shoot Orlov on sight. He's betrayed the order.
This is all your fault, Sergei. One word from you and they're all turning against me, ready to kill a brother in arms. If I have to fight you, brothers, I will.
Orlov has betrayed the order? What, from wanting to save someone from being, experimented on and tortured? Moscow is the capital of Russia. The city is a major political, economic, cultural, and scientific center of Russia and Eastern Europe and is located on the Moskva River. It has been the capital of previous Russian states, including the Tsardom of Russia and the USSR. The city is well known for its unique architecture, which consists of countless different historic buildings, such as St. Basil's Cathedral, famous for its brightly colored domes. Another of the most distinguished structures in Moscow is the Kremlin. Actually, a centuries-old defensive wall that became a famous fortress in the heart of the city, protecting palaces and cathedrals. Oh, did you, Babs? You got a new brand of ground coffee this week, and it's insanely good. Oh, delicious! That's cool. It's really good when you can find things like that. Doctor, you finished Man of Medan in 5 hours yesterday. Way more jump scares than the House of Ashes. 2 people survived. Now that you know what you did wrong, you can get all 5 to survive next time. Ah, excellent work. That's really cool. So, who are the 2 characters that survived? But that's a good amount of time too. 5 hours. Yeah. So, which did you feel was the better game out of the 2? Man of Medan or House of Ashes?
What do you mean? He was always a bit off since his kid died.
No, I mean he turned against us. We have orders to shoot him.
Oh no.
Dr. Alexan Fliss survived. Oh, nice. Very good work. Yeah, Fliss is one of my favorite characters in Man of Medan. That's cool that she survived your playthrough. You liked House of Ashes more because of the story. That's fair enough, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Man of Medan, Man of Medan has one of those things too where the ending gets criticized for, what it is. Plus, movement in Man of Medan looks kind of janky. Yeah. Yeah, that's the first one in the Dark Pictures series as well that they had done.
Nothing to make my mind off the boredom of footing.
If I can catch that truck, it might take me to Anya. Only if...
Any sign of Orlov?
Not too sure, Doctor. I don't know if you can finish it in less than 12 hours. Elden Ring DLC tomorrow morning. Well, if you look up a speedrun guide, maybe you might be able to.
Any sign of Orlov?
Schiller, House of Ashes is such a great game. Hoorah! It really is. Yeah.
Identify your traitor! Here! He's here!
Alright, there's an Animus Shard there.
Any sign of Orelo?
Oops.
Any sign of Orelov? Any sign of Orelov?
Gone.
Here! He's here! Raise now!
Damn it, I thought I could get to the shard before. Because if I can get to that before the desynchronizers happen, then I'll be able to actually it'll still count it as collected. Both enemies have a smoke bomb. I mean, have a gas mask on, so...
I see him!
There we go, got it. Alright, cool. Oh, I did, Doctor, yeah. Yeah. I don't think you can finish the quarry in 12 hours, no. Definitely not.
Any sign of Orelov? Who's there?
Oh, how bullshit was that little bit?
Any sign of Orelov?
Brothers or not, they have gone too far this time.
Assassin Orders 2. Once the Romanov girl is in the facility, proceed with caution. Nikolai's report suggests that she can be more dangerous than she looks. Sedate her as soon as possible. This is signed by Sergei himself.
them see me.
What was that?
Yes, it's still here. That should bring me directly inside the courtyard.
You won't catch him down here. Well, let's hope we catch him before we catch anything else.
All right, so we got the ability for increased damage.
Come down here.
Health.
This place stinks.
Better place to hide, though. In any rate, the master said check everywhere, and we have the streets well guarded.
Why would Orlov come down here? This place stinks.
Better place to hide, though. In any rate, the master said check everywhere.
Why would Orlov come down here? This place stinks.
Better place to hide, though. In any rate, the master said check everywhere, and we have the streets well guarded. But if we did, then we would never be guarding a sewer again.
Well, let's hope we catch him.
Okay, so we got Assassin Orders 3. Prepare the lab for procedure PR32. Subject is female, 16 years old. Start the operation as soon as the subject has arrived. This is signed by Sergei himself. Yeah, so, no. The way that the assassins of the Russian Brotherhood at this point in time are acting, no. You've compromised the Assassin's Creed. Nikolai's Memories Part 5. I had turned against my own. I could have just let them rip that poor girl apart. Had Sergei lied to me? Did he know that the treatment would probably kill her? I had to be sure. Maybe I could find the information in the hands of some of my high-ranking brothers.
Before we catch anything else. There is no one here who shouldn't be.
Are you sure?
I wouldn't lower my weapon if I wasn't.
Scroll 12. Nicholas had remembered Orlov from the train attack. The assassin will spare him and his kin once more. Trust made the Tsar admit that a part of the staff might still exist. Grigory Rasputin wore a splinter of the staff around his neck, he said. Orlov had found his next mission all by himself. Not for the Order, not for Russia, but to get rid of the accursed power that had almost destroyed him. It's interesting when you think about some of the things related to Daniel Cross later in modern time. Because Daniel Cross, who is in Assassin's Creed 3, he's actually a descendant of Nikolai that we're playing as here. And Nikolai has had some kind of, experience with precursor artifacts and has seen firsthand what happens to Anastasia as well. And what Anastasia actually has happening to her in a way is very similar to what Daniel Cross would later have happen to him through extreme overexposure of being in the Animus. Like if you look at the different subjects, so you look at Clay Kazmarek, who was the subject before Desmond. Now, he was quite a mess after everything that had happened, right? And even though he'd been put in the Animus for very long periods of time, he was fairly old by the time they started doing that to him, right? Daniel Cross was a child, basically, when they started putting him into the Animus and putting him in for hours at a time, for years, you know. So in some ways, Daniel Cross is a more severe case of, being overexposed to the Animus than Clay is, and then Desmond is, and all that kind of stuff. But there's definitely some similarities here, and I did some reading on Nikolai, and in the comics, after the events of this game, when he's in America and all that kind of stuff, the assassins from Russia do actually track him down again, so he's not able to live in peace. But yeah, it's interesting the connections. So that is all the secondary objectives done. Need one more chest and 2 more Animus Shards.
With everything that's going on, hunger is the least of our worries. Shift change will come soon enough. Get something then.
What time is it? Not eaten for hours.
With everything that's going on, hunger is the least of our worries. Shift change will come.
Who's there?
He's...
Why would Orlov come down here? This place stinks.
What better place to hide, though? The master said check everywhere.
Why would Orlov come down here? This place stinks.
What better place to hide, though? Anyway, the master said check everywhere. We have to steal this guy.
Jesus Christ. Got to keep double checking. I didn't remember that I'd done the optional objective, so I need to thieve from this guy again.
Identify your...
Hey there, Lizzie. Good evening to you. How's things been going?
Why would Orlov come down here? This place stinks.
What better place to hide? And anyway, the master said check everywhere, and we have to steal.
Ilya. At least one man I can trust.
Kolya, what are you doing? Do you want to get killed?
They plan on killing the girl, Ilya. You know I can't let that happen.
Kolya, you can't save everyone. The whole country is at war.
Maybe, but I can save her.
Here. The lab's code.
Спасибо, Ilya.
I'm not surprised. He's been different since Tunguska.
Da! And I heard he wanted to defect.
Leaving Russia in a time like this? He snapped for sure.
Did you hear?
I'm not surprised. He's been different since Tunguska.
Lizzie, you're going good. You're currently playing AC2 right now. Oh, excellent. That's good. Glad to hear that you're going well. And what part are you up to in AC2 right now?
Snapped for sure.
What time is it? I have not eaten for hours.
Oh, there was a master assassin hidden behind that. No wonder why I got detected there.
And I heard he wanted to defect.
Leaving Russia in a time like this? He snapped for sure.
Did you hear? Orilov's gone rogue.
I'm not surprised.
Got it.
He's gone rogue. Well, for good reason. You're up to sequence 4. Very nice, Lizzie. Orlov looked for and found a woman named Kionia Guseva, one of Grigory Rasputin's former disciples, who had attempted to assassinate him. Nikolai offered to free the mutilated Guseva in exchange for information he sought, but faced a broken woman. He forced her to escape and to reveal all the details she could deliver regarding the Shard and Rasputin's location. I remember watching a video by Thorty2 about Rasputin and about the numerous assassination attempts that had happened, that he actually had survived some pretty severe ones, but I can't remember the details of that though. It's been a long time since I watched that video.
Tunguska, if you've seen what I've seen, you would have lost your mind, Boris.
That is so cool. Because it's been years, literally, since I actually got all the collectibles. I forgot that Orlov has dialogue there after getting the chests. Or maybe it's just because you hang around these two enemies that are talking.
None that concerns us anyway.
Ah, good. Let's hope it stays that way.
Is he currently breaking from the story to look for codex pages using a guide? Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's good to get a lot of those as early as you can. Because there are quite a lot. Alright, so there's 2 more Animus Shards left.
not the creed I swore to uphold. Hold on, Anastasia. Find the strength I know you have. I'm coming.
Alright, so we missed one shard, but we got the chests and we got the optional objective done. So when I replay the mission to get the shard I missed, we don't have to redo those aspects again. And we got the increased health and Helix Bar increase upgrades. Can now sustain more damage before dying, and Helix Bar is now extended so Helix abilities can be maintained for longer. Once I get the shard though, I'll be able to just exit out of the replay. Lizzie, also treasure chests and feathers. That's a great idea as well. Especially the feathers. Because some of those are just so tricky. Because some are actually hidden in terms of like, depending on what angle you're looking at them, the sky could even be obscuring them, or sunlight and stuff.
I know this place.
Okay, so let's see if we can see where this shard is that I missed. Ah, there. Okay. So it's after we sneak past the first truck and searchlight thing.
Something to do with the box we've been after for centuries.
This precursor stuff is dangerous. It's a good job the Templars haven't managed to lay hands on any of it yet.
It doesn't matter about points, so I'll use this time. I don't have to worry about playing to get Shadow style to get the maximum amount of points to get upgrades.
Think about that. It's bad enough we have to deceive one of our own.
Stop being so soft.
How is your family?
Coping. Times are hard all around, but hopefully it will become easier soon. How about yours?
Nobody minds when sunshine comes through the holes in the roof. But still.
Here! You see?
Doctor, guards are literally blind when they're talking to another person. This is true. Yeah, that's what they went for. I guess it's one of the compromises they had to make for the way that they've designed the layouts of the planes, the different planes of backgrounds and stuff. I didn't really need to do that. Oops.
Sorry, brothers, this doesn't concern you. If I can slow down the news, I may get to the outpost without having to fight my own.
Babs, anywho, you're off to do day things. Have an awesome one, Rod. I hope the rest of this playthrough is smooth, and I'll see you in the Cinder stream later. That's no trouble at all, Babs. I really hope that you have a great day. Hope you have a great time. Hope everyone goes well. And thank you. I definitely will hopefully have a smoother experience today with this game.
won't last forever. Maybe enough for me to reach the Kremlin.
What's going on, brother? Orders are to shoot Orlov on sight. He's betrayed the order.
This is all your fault, Sergei. One word from you and they're all turning against me, ready to kill a brother in arms. If I have to fight you, brothers, I will.
Did you hear? Orlov's gone rogue.
If I can catch that truck, it might take me to Anya. Only if...
Any sign of Orlov?
Brothers or not, they have gone too far this time.
Alright, so the one that I missed is there. Aha. Alright. Once I get this, I can actually exit out of the level. Alright, there we go. Now I've got all the Animus Shards in this level. Go back to the main menu. Go load and just show that sequence statistics. There we go. Animus Shards collected, chests opened, gotten through on normal mode. We got the upgrades for increased health and Helix bar increase. Doctor, kind of tempted again to play this. You have 1 day. 1 day. You never know. But then again, what time on the day that the Elden Ring DLC comes out do you have to start playing it? Do you have like a particular deadline for that, or is it just any time after it comes out on that day? But yeah, I don't know if you could do this in that. I mean, if you just play through and not worry about any optional objectives and don't worry about your style, obviously you could do it in one.
She'll be underground, down in the laboratories. There's a service elevator that leads there. I just need to reach it.
Dark Secrets, September 1918, Moscow. Orlov found out that the Order is willing to subject Anastasia to very dangerous procedures to analyze her uncanny powers and understand what the box did to her. He can't let this happen, even if that means betraying the assassins. The upgrades for increased smoke grenade capacity, I need 3,200 points, and lockpick speed increase, I need 5,000 points. Secondary objective, kill the scientists who experimented on Anastasia to get 400 points bonus.
Tsarskaya hideout. It can't have changed much. I just need to get to the elevator and use the code Ilya gave me.
And this level has 8 Animus Shards, 2 chests.
Double patrols, full alert. This is nonsense. Nikolai is not crazy enough to try to infiltrate the lab.
You haven't seen him after Tunguska. He was already crazy before.
Anyway, we don't need a turncoat. What if he reveals our location to the Templars?
No. It's about that girl.
What? He's in love or something?
Where did you say you were from originally?
Omsk. A long way from
It's funny, the guards earlier in the game
over there!
and now the assassins can say the same dialogue. Where did you say you were from originally?
This is nonsense. Nikolai is not crazy enough to try to infiltrate the lab.
You haven't seen him.
He's in love? Double patrols, full alert. This is nonsense. Nikolai is not crazy enough to try to infiltrate the lab. Over there!
Who's there?
Lucas, thanks for redeeming the Arnie movie scene impression. What gods do you pray to? I pray to the four winds. And you? To Grom. But I seldom pray to him. He doesn't listen. What good is he then? Ah, it's just as I've always said. He is strong. If I die, I have to go before him, and he will ask me, what is a riddle of steel? If I don't know it, he will cast me out of Valhalla and laugh at me. That's Crom, strong on his mountain. Ah, my god is greater. Ha! Crom laughs at your four winds. He laughs from his mountain. My god is stronger. He is the everlasting sky. Your god lives underneath him. That's from Conan the Barbarian. The original one, of course, from 1982. It's the scene where he first, after he first meets a character named Subutai, who becomes his friend. They have a conversation while they're eating, and they talk about what gods they pray to.
Here! He's here!
Lucas, tell me, how did it feel to hit that son of a bitch? Which one? Or is that a line from something? Ah, yes, in the movie Kindergarten Cop. That's right, yeah, the teacher with the glasses. I think she's the principal of the school.
Nothing to smoke at.
Short. Nothing to drink, nothing to smoke, nothing to take my mind off of the boredom of what I'm doing.
At least you'll live longer.
Scroll 14. Guseva revealed the details of her attempt to kill Rasputin and how, despite her stabbing and mutilating him where he stood, he survived, thanks to his staff shard. In addition to this protective power, the Shard of Eden also allowed Rasputin to make her self-inflict the mutilations Orlov could see. Orlov ended Guseva's miserable life and went to seek the all-powerful pendant by searching Rasputin's corpse. So in the AC universe, the reason why Rasputin was able to not be killed with that shard... Oh, fucking hell, game. It's because of the shard he wore around his neck. The same one that Nikolai has around his. Alright, it remembers that I got that chest open, so that's good. Alright, this is a glitch. The PlayStation... It just amuses me how many glitches the PlayStation versions of Assassin's Creed games actually have in comparison to all the other games on PlayStation. Like, seriously, the camera shouldn't be doing that. It should be following Orlov. And now it's on this other plane. Now I can't see. Jesus Christ, game. What are you fucking doing? Ho 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 ho. What the fuck? Are you fucking serious? Need to restart the fucking level. Alright, at least it still remembers that I've got that stuff, but still.
It can't have changed much. I just need to get to the elevator and use the code Ilya gave me.
Double patrols, full alert. This is nonsense. Nikolai is not crazy enough to try to infiltrate the lab. Here! Double patrols, full alert. This is nonsense. Nikolai is not crazy enough to try to infiltrate the lab.
Who's there?
Traitor! Here! Double patrols, full alert. This is nonsense. Nikolai is not crazy enough to try to infiltrate the lab.
Alright, now because I don't have to get that chest again, hopefully the glitch only happened because I went out of my way to get it. Here we go. See, the camera is supposed to follow you to this part and then you move up. But if you go and get the chest, then you have to restart the memory because when you get to this point, the camera glitches out and prevents you from being able to see and progress further. And so reloading the checkpoint does jack shit. So if you are playing this game and you get to this level, if you do the chest, you may as well just restart the level again, because otherwise it will glitch. I don't remember that happening with the Xbox version, but it's a case where it was years ago on the Xbox that I got all the collectibles, so it may have happened back then, and I just forgot about it all these years later. Or maybe it is an exclusive glitch that the PlayStation only has. Who knows?
Nations or states, we care about the creed first and foremost. The girl is now secure down there. Feisty little bitch. She bit me.
She's down in the facility, where they run the tests.
Who knows exactly what they do, but it usually doesn't end well for the patient.
At least the last Romanov will soon be gone. Russia can start anew.
We don't care about nations or states, we care about the creed first and foremost. Where did you say you were from originally?
Omsk, a long way from here. The Empire is gone now.
I heard that some of the smaller countries are trying to break away now that there's confusion.
Which ones?
Ukraine has declared independence, and Estonia plans to do the same, though they want to remain closer.
So they don't want...
So sure about that?
What do you mean?
Nothing, or at least nothing I want to say out loud anyway.
Well, the most of the left and the right both oppose them, but they won't work together. Green and white don't mix.
I'm just happy to stay in the middle and try to keep my nose clean. Let's just hope things settle down before the country tears itself apart. How is your family?
Coping. Times are hard all around, but hopefully it will become easier soon. What about yours?
Cool. Collected those shards.
You don't really think he'll try to get in here, do you?
I wouldn't, but he's insane.
Those stories aren't true, you know. It's all talk.
Then why do you keep looking over your shoulder?
How's your family?
Just enough.
Coping. Times are hard all around, but hopefully it'll become easier soon. How about yours?
Better now it is.
There's the elevator. The laboratory. Let's see if Ilya's code is working. I need to get out of sight.
Identificator!
Ah, the game wouldn't let me move or drop. But that's okay. We got the shard, so I don't have to get that again.
The laboratory. Let's see if Ilya's code is working. I need to get out of sight.
I hear they are making progress downstairs.
Don't know. Don't want to know.
This is a great day for the Brotherhood. A chance to get closer to understanding the mystery of Master Ezio Auditore's box.
But do we have to kill a child to do so?
Perhaps not. Perhaps this one will live. Some have.
I don't call that living.
I need to get the power back on.
Always like to think that, that dialogue there where they're saying, we may be able to actually find out about, the secret behind Ezio's, box. And I always think to myself, if Ezio was still alive in this time period, he wouldn't want you doing that to someone to find that out,
All clear here, sir. Just make sure and keep a lookout for anything of anyone suspicious. Who's there? Who's there? What is your status? Nothing to report, sir. Just make sure and keep a lookout for anything or anyone suspicious. Come in. Situation is normal. No signs of the intruder. Fine. Report regularly. Continue your patrol. Come in. Nothing to report, sir. Just make sure you keep a lookout for anything or anyone suspicious. What is your status? Situation is normal. No signs of the intruder. Fine. Reporting regularly. Come in. All clear here, sir. Good. Continue your patrol.
Oh, you did, Lizzie. You finally found the last hidden puzzle in Florence. Absolutely awesome. That's great. That's really good progress.
Situation is normal. No signs of the intruder. Just make sure you keep a lookout. Identify yourself. Situation is normal. No signs of the intruder. Good. Continue your patrol. What is your status? All clear here, sir. Just make sure you keep a lookout for anything or anyone suspicious. Come in. Nothing to report, sir. Fine. Reporting regularly.
Stay where you are.
What is your status? All clear here, sir.
Come the fuck on, game. What the fuck are you pulling? I should be able to fucking shoot that.
Come in. Nothing to report, sir.
Oh, I see. I wasn't close enough to it. Well, sorry, game. Jesus fucking Christ. And the spot where I need to be is directly where the guy was fucking standing. Sorry, I didn't realize that, you know, that was a fucking couldn't get that distance. Fucking dumb programming. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? Oh, because the guy's in the road, it's not doing it? Oh, for fuck's sake. This is why this is my least favorite game in the fucking trilogy. Bullshit like this. Absolute bullshit like this crap.
report, sir.
Good. Continue your patrol.
Because you don't know who you hate more, the guards, the pickpockets, or the bards. Yeah. Then you get the situations where they're like all together.
No signs of the intruder.
Just make sure you keep a lookout for anything or anyone suspicious.
Now the magnetic key that I got does not work on this mine here. So you need to get the magnetic key off this other dude.
What is your status?
All clear here, sir.
White forces aside. In a box, maybe. They'd have...
Why? Can't be that much worse than anyone else, surely.
Go there and see for yourself. It's just a mix of those wanting to get rich at any price.
Think, damn it, think. There must be a way around.
Doctor, alright. You'll be back in an hour. You have to get a haircut because your hair is growing out of control. Well, make sure that it's not a object of power.
What is your status?
Because you never know. That rogue hair might turn into a giant hair monster or something like that. You might have the FBC looking into it.
Come in.
Situation is normal. No signs of the intruder.
Just make sure you keep a lookout for anything or anyone suspicious. What is your status?
All clear here, sir.
Good. Continue your patrol. Please report.
Nothing to report, sir.
Just make sure you keep a lookout. Please report.
Stay where you... Stay where you are. Nothing to report, sir.
Just make sure you keep anyone suspicious. Come in.
Situation is normal. No signs of the intruder.
Fine. Reporting regularly. Please report.
All clear here, sir.
Good. Continue your patrol.
All clear here, sir.
Fine. Reporting regularly. Please report.
Nothing to report, sir.
Good. Continue your patrol. What is your status?
Situation is normal. No signs of the intruder.
Who's
there?
Sure you keep a...
Oh, you asshole, the fucking enemy. Jesus fucking Christ. Indeed, Schiller. Like, if there was an emote to actually express how annoying this game can be, that would definitely be one of the top ones to represent it. Like, the amount of bullshit. I mean, yeah, it can happen in the previous two games as well. But in this game, it reaches a whole new level of bullshit stuff that's not in the other two.
Just make sure you keep a lookout for anything or anyone suspicious. What is your status?
All clear here, sir.
Fine. Reporting regularly.
Stay where you are.
Please report.
Nothing to report, sir.
Good. Continue.
All clear here, sir.
sure you keep a lookout for anything or anyone suspicious. What is your status?
Situation is normal. No signs of the intruder.
Fine. Report regularly. Come in.
Nothing to report, sir. Let's hope we don't get...
What did you say?
Make sure you keep a lookout for anything or anyone suspicious.
I forgot. I don't go there yet. Fuck. Gotta go this way once I get the magnetic key. Because you can go back either way, but there's a certain way that can help.
Please report.
Who's there?
If you need it. Oh my god, I'll be so glad when I don't have to worry about what style I get. Oh, actually, I'll still have to. That's right. I'll still have to in the next run through on the next difficulty to get the upgrades on that difficulty.
What is your status?
Situation is normal. No signs of the intruder.
Just make sure you keep a lookout.
Stan, if you go to barber but cannot remember which haircut to get, so you say, off the top of my head, would he only cut hair from the top and leave the sides long? Maybe. That actually, I'll tell you what that reminds me of. Like, the visual of what their hairstyle would look like that I kind of got. Except without the actual, without the top cut off. Is Sandy from the show Monkey Magic. Where is that? Oh, it's all the way over this way. What? Oh, that sneaky thing. It's right behind that friggin' part. Oh my god. Now I've got to redo a section or go back into a previous section to get the shard that I missed. But that's okay, because once I get the shard, I don't have to keep on coming back to get it if I desynchronize. Alright, one more Animus Shard left. Lizzie, you got the bonus outfit for Ezio and you wonder if it's a reference to another assassin. Depends on what it is. Lizzie, I can't remember off the top of my head which ones it might be. There is an outfit that's a reference to a character from Metal Gear Solid named Raiden. Then it'll probably still work if you're a Middle Ages friar. That's true.
Nothing to report, sir.
Just make sure you keep it.
Lizzie, it's a black and red outfit. Oh yeah, the I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, I'm not too sure what that's actually a reference to, if it's a reference to another assassin. You got to be careful because in the far background there's actually an assassin that moves left and right and stops at either side, that it can actually detect you if you're not careful.
Identify your...
Of course, the checkpoint is back at this part, so you have to keep on getting the metallic key, the magnetic key, off of this enemy to be able to go through past that mine. This part is always one of the most annoying and frustrating parts of the whole entire game to actually get through.
Situation is normal. No signs of the intruder.
Good.
Oh no. The other guard will stand near that door to the left, and that will... he'll be alerted to if I try to whistle like that. And then if you go back this way, you got to make sure you don't run out to where these other enemies are, because the dude that will turn around soon can easily spot you if the timing's off. Although of course he's not turning around when I'd be here, would he? Oh no, he'll turn around I think when the other guy answers the call on the radio. While I'm doing this, I have to keep making sure I'm going up and down, because if you just let go, Nikolai will go in whichever direction he's facing in. So if you need to get the timing right for something, you need to keep on going up and down on these sorts of things to... There we go.
I am here, Anya. Anastasia, wake up.
Nikolai?
Look, I've opened the door. Run, Anya.
You.
I'm sorry, Anya. I could not know. You must escape now.
Liar! I'll kill you like I killed Saigon and his tiger brothers.
What have they done to you? Don't let her back in. You're Anastasia, remember?
I am...
Run!
Alright, so there's one more shard left to find, one more chest to get. Now we can actually do the optional objective. We need to kill the scientist who experimented on Anastasia. You don't get to do this until you play as her in this level. Lizzie, wait, isn't your character an assassin? He is, Lizzie. This character named Anastasia, she was the last surviving member of a royal family in Russia that were killed. And Nikolai has a necklace around his neck that has a shard of Eden around it. And Anastasia, when he first met her, had Ezio's box, which has been something that has been in Chronicles China and India as well. And when the two things interacted with each other, it triggered something in Anastasia so that she has the memories of Xiao Jun, who you play as in Assassin's Creed Chronicles China. And basically, Nikolai brought her to the assassins to see if there was anything that they could do, to help her, to cure her of that. But it turns out that the assassins of Russia in this time period, this particular group, they are wanting to experiment on her to try and extract the memories. And some people after this process have died from it, and others have just been brain dead for the rest of their life, kind of thing. And so because Nikolai doesn't want them to do that, they've labeled him a traitor to the assassins. So technically he's not an assassin anymore, but only from the perspective of the other assassins. But Nikolai is helping Anastasia escape.
They're down here too.
Assassin Scientist.
What was that?
What am I doing? Jeez, you'll use the phone. The phone first.
Who is weak and feeble and expendable now, Doctor? head. I remember your careless touch. You won't hurt anyone now.
Anastasia's Memories Part 3. On the run, again, but this time rage ran through my blood. I had not expected to see the men who had tortured me again, but when it happened, I left Xiaojun take over once more. I embraced the sweet vengeance she had enjoyed in her time. So we've done the optional objective now. We just need to get one more chest, one more Animus Shard.
That steam is dangerous. That steam is dangerous. That steam is dangerous.
Good, we got the upgrade for increased smoke grenade capacity. Cool. So I can see the one more shard and the one more chest.
Identify yourself.
Alright, that's the final sync point collected.
Identify your...
heard that some of the smaller countries are trying to break away now that there is confusion.
Stay where you are. Listen out for any news.
Wouldn't you ever go back?
White forces aside, in a box maybe. They'd have to shoot me before I'd ever set foot there again.
Why?
Go there and see for yourself. It's just a...
What was that? Kolya!
Don't breathe, Anya.
What's happening in there?
Who's there?
Identify.
Oh, how stupid is that? In a lot of the Assassin's Creed games, holding down the run button while a loading screen happens, when it goes to the actual game, the game won't always make the character run full speed. You have to let go of the button and then do it. So it's like that in that moment there. But also, if you try and spam the jump button while holding the run button down before the game screen appears, Nikolai won't be able to actually, do the jump and then land and then keep running. He can only do jumps.
What's happening in there? What's happening in there?
Identify your...
What's happening in there? What's happening in there? What's happening in there?
What's annoying me is it's showing me that there's a chest there, but visually on the screen there's no chest.
You gave the poor child your word.
What's happening? What's happening in there? What's happening in there?
Stay where you are.
happening in there? What's happening in there?
What do you mean?
What's happening in there?
You gave the poor child your word.
What is that? What is that? Quicker, Anna, quicker.
Missed the chest.
Anya!
Nikolai!
Go to the Bolshoi. I'll find you there. I'll be there, I promise.
Be careful, Nikolai!
Fuck you, game. See what I mean? The chest was on the fucking map in a position where on the game screen there was no fucking chest. Fuck you, game. Increase smoke grenade capacity. Can now pick locks faster. Now we have to do that cunt-ass fucking mission again.
Tsarskaya hideout. It can't have changed much. I just need to get to the elevator and use the code.
And the chest is all the way at the fucking end of the mission as well.
Double patrols, full alert. This is nonsense. Nikolai is not crazy enough to try to infiltrate the lab.
Although this time I don't have to worry about the point score. So I don't actually have to sneak by and do all that kind of stuff. Except in parts of the game where I'll have to, but...
Who's there? Traitor! Prince!
Don't lose him!
Stan, is it possible to sprint ignoring detections, or do you bonk into enemies? Well, it depends. Sometimes if you get spotted at all, it's desync. Whereas other times it's like, let's chase after him and shoot him and stuff like that. And then there are moments where you can't bypass an area unless you go around them, because trying to go through them and bumping into them will just get you detected.
Who knows exactly what they do? But it usually doesn't end well for the patient.
At least the last Romanov will soon be gone.
What was that?
Identify yourself.
Over there! He will hit!
There's the elevator. The laboratory. Let's see if Ilya's code is working. I need to get out of sight.
I hear they are making progress downstairs.
Don't know. Don't want to know.
This is a great day for the Brotherhood. A chance to get closer to understanding the mystery of Master Ezio Auditore's box.
But do we have to kill a child to do so?
Perhaps not. Perhaps this one will live. Some have.
I don't call that living.
I need to get the power back on.
Fine. Report regularly.
Who's there?
What is your status?
All clear here, sir.
Fine. Report regularly. Come in.
Situation is normal. No signs of the intruder.
Just make sure you keep a lookout for anything or anyone suspicious.
Gone?
Please report.
Nothing to report, sir.
Good. Continue your patrol.
What was that?
Please report.
Situation is normal. No signs of the intruder.
Just make sure you keep a lookout for anything or anyone suspicious. Come in.
All clear here, sir.
Just make sure you keep a lookout for anything or anyone suspicious. What is your status?
plans to do the same.
So they don't want Bolshevik rule?
I wouldn't be so sure about
Hey there, troll. Welcome on in. Comrade Assassin.
There must be a way around.
These assassins are no longer comrades now. Had to redo this level because there was a chest that I couldn't get to. On the map, it came up in the spot where I was located, but there was no chest visible anywhere. And I thought there might have been a different connecting way to get to it, but
All clear here, sir.
it was the end of the level instead. And I've had to go back in and redo these fun sections all over again. Magic chest of invisibility. That's it. There's plenty of those in this game.
What is your status?
All clear here, sir.
Good. Continue.
Situation is normal.
I am here, Anya.
They're down here too.
Already gotten these optional objectives locked in, so I don't have to worry about that. Hey there, Biko. I'm doing pretty good. Had some rage moments at this game though, but this is the worst game in the trilogy, I find, so it's par for the course. But it's even extra so. There was actually even a glitch earlier where the camera was all messed up and it wouldn't let me progress further. So I had to actually restart the whole mission because reloading the checkpoint did nothing. But it was related to getting a chest that I had to get for the optional objective, which triggered the glitch to happen. And I got to the end of this level. There was a chest that I had to get. It was located in a spot that was coming up on the map, but when I was actually looking at the game screen, it wasn't anywhere to be seen. So that's all I've got left in this mission. But it's one of those things where it's at the end of the mission where the chest is. Yeah, very annoying.
Steam is dangerous.
Yeah, you're not wrong there. How's things going with you today? Troll, it's just a moody chest. It's only there when it wants to be. That's true. It decided not to be there that moment. It was like, fuck this. Don't want to be seen. Then it just disappeared. This part is fucking annoying with these, because your timing has to be accurate to the millisecond. Any earlier or quicker and boom. Plus the speed at which you go too. You have to adjust your speed. There we go. Finally got through that part again. Steam is bad. Absolutely. Okay, so the chest on the map is over this way, in a spot where there's enemies constantly running, and if you get detected, it's an instant desync. BK, remember when you had to manual save all the time when the internet wasn't as advanced and you used to save a glitch law and then you have to go back several missions under the glitch? That kind of stuff is definitely annoying. It's like... Thankfully, it was only at the start of the level, but still. When it does happen, sometimes it happens when it's in the middle of the level. Depending on how annoying the level is on its own, it can be an extra annoying thing. Troll, you remember? Feel strong, man. Yeah. Then you get the games that didn't even have save or checkpoints as well. Alright, so the chest is in the next room there, but Nikolai can't go through this door yet because to go through the door you need to mess with this lever, or wheel. Then it switches to Anastasia, so we have to get her past that part now where the platform has been moved in time, with it moving back into place. Fuck. Took my eye off things for a split fucking second.
Where did you say you were from originally?
Omsk. A long way from here.
Isn't that where anti-Bolsheviks have set up power now?
I have heard that, but I don't really listen out for any news of it.
Wouldn't you ever go
Alright, now we play as Nikolai again. And this is the area where the chest is supposed to be. Alright, so let's have a look at this. The chest is supposed to be there somewhere on the corridor. Usually the chests have a shining thing around them. Ah, that door! I see it now. The door with the red handle there.
Stay where you are. It's Orelov! Here! He's here!
Cheeky piece of shit thing.
What's happening in there?
This is where it is.
Got it.
Scroll 15, 1917. Nikolai feels like he has nothing left to do as an assassin. Caring only about his wife and daughter, he plans on leaving for America. His connections can provide papers for him and his family, but he needs money to pay for a clean exit. He decides to go back to the Order, hoping to find a way to get the funds he needs. And that brings us to the start of this game's story.
Who's there? What's happening in there? He's here! After him! Over there! Traitor! What's happening in there? What's happening in there?
Identify yourself. He's here!
What's happening in there? Here! He's here!
I see him!
What's happening in there? What's happening in there? What's happening in there?
Where are you?
Where are you?
What's happening in there?
You gave the poor child your word.
Alright, so now we have final chest, which means when we get through this level, I can just continue on. I could just exit out of the level, or maybe, I don't know, I don't want to jinx myself. So I'll just finish out the level, and then that way too, the cutscene that plays at the end of the level can replay for those who might not have been here when it did. Yeah, troll. Yeah, that happened. Yeah, they just kept on disappearing there for some reason. I wasn't sure why it was doing that. Thank you for the GG, Schiller. Especially with this mission where it's very, very annoying. Appreciate the GGs.
Anya!
Nikolai!
Go to the Bolshoi. I'll find you there. I'll be there, I promise.
Be careful, Nikolai!
Alrighty then. So, on this screen it tells us we didn't get the optional objective and all that kind of stuff. But when I go and show the statistics for it, there we go. All 8 shards found, 2 chests found, and we got the 2 upgrades: increased smoke grenade capacity and lockpick speed increase. Shilla, from all the Chronicle games so far, this is your least favorite, but this is also thanks to the fact that you're not a huge fan of too modern AC settings. That's understandable, yeah, because it's like 1918 in this particular game as well, and it's the whole game too. Lucas, it's funny when you get angry, you go from fucking to facking. Yeah, it is funny too, and dropping the G off the end of words as well. Okay, so these last memories go by pretty quick. We've only got this and then 2 others. But I'm going to have to get shards though.
Черт возьми.
A Race to Freedom, September 1918, Moscow. Orelov and Anastasia are on the run, pursued by their former allies, the Assassins. Okay, to get the reduced rifle reload time and increased melee damage, we need to do the mission in under 6 minutes and 30 seconds. There will be some collectibles though, so for the first run through of this mission, I'm just going to worry about getting the collectibles. Alright, so there's 5 Animus Shards for me to keep an eye out on. There was a database entry that came up about the tank that we saw. I want to read that now. Mark V tank. The British Mark V tank was an upgraded version of the Mark IV tank, deployed in 1918. It was used in action on several occasions, such as the closing months of World War I and the Allied intervention in the Russian Civil War on the White Russian side. The tank was also used by the Red Army. It deployed a power of 150 boiler horsepower, was able to embark up to 8 crew members, and carried 2 6-pounder cannons and 10 machine guns. Its armor was 16mm wide in the front, 12mm on the sides, and 8mm on the roof and belly. It could not go faster than men could run, though. Well, that's a consolation, I guess. Alright, so there's 5. Let's see if we can spot the 5 this early in the mission. Probably not, because there's no sync point, and usually it's only on a sync point when they appear. Just have to keep an eye out for them as I go along. Stan, this Mark person must be very famous. All the tanks are named after him. Absolutely. He certainly made his mark on history.
Must keep moving.
Alright, we've gotten 3 of 5. Lucas, you believe that was one of the very first tanks? The very first ones, yeah. It's interesting to think how far things get in time that they actually improve so much, and then to think about the early versions of that and then see how far they've come. Stan, maybe when he completes the tanks, he said, everybody benefits. Exactly. He had to drop the os at the end of his name because he felt that he needed to have people be able to say his name very quickly. So he dropped the os and went by the name of Mark.
Moving.
Oh yeah, Lucas, it was just puns about the sort of like I guess they'd be called I don't think they'd be called code words or something. But when something is like, you know, Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 and all that kind of stuff, we're just making some jokes about that and Marcos from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Here we go, final shard. But I won't get the mission done in under 6 minutes and 30 seconds. No way we will. Alright, we've got all the shards though. I'm going to have to do it anyway, so I may as well start the process of redoing that again now. Because it will remember that I've already got the shards. Welcome back, Doctor. I hope your haircut went well. As the FBC science leader, you can say that your hair is under control now. Well, that is good. Otherwise, I would have thought that we would have had to put in place something that you know what I'm talking about, but other people can't, so it's redacted. But yeah. Hopefully, a good thing too that the actual barber wasn't using a object of power that was hiding itself as a razor or scissors or, you know. Lizzie, you almost done renovating everything? Hell yeah! It's a good feeling in those games when you want to do everything like that, when you actually get closer and closer to finishing it. Alright, now I don't have to worry about, you know... I mean, not that I really had to that much in that level, because a lot of the Animus fragments were pretty easy to find. But towards the end, they're messing up a couple of times, reduce the time.
Moving. Bastards. Bastards.
Oh my fucking god.
Bastards. That was too close. moving.
You made it. Now, how do I leave this country?
I have papers. They were made for my wife, Anna. Take them.
Anna Anderson. It sounds American. But it'll work. Even in Germany.
I'm sorry, Anya. It's all I can do right now.
Spasibo, Kolya.
I was afraid you were gone after what they did to you.
Go. Take care of your family. Get them on that boat to America. I will never forget what you've done for me, Nikolai.
Are you going to be all right, all by yourself?
I have strength now. Whether that was Shaojun or something within me, it does not matter. I know exactly who I am.
Do you?
I am Anna Anderson.
Well, there we go. There's only 10 levels. For some reason I thought China and Russia had 12 levels and only India had 10. But it turns out that China has 12 levels and India and Russia has 10. Well, there we go. Hey there, Billarista. Welcome. Hope things are going well. We just finished the first run through of Chronicles Russia. I will be doing a second run through to get the upgrades that are only available on the next difficulty level. But yeah, it's going good. How about yourself? Stan with that mustache, there's no way he couldn't be a father figure. Yeah, well, Stan, I don't know if you know, but Nikolai is actually related to Daniel Cross from Assassin's Creed 3. Shilla, GG for beating the first run. Thank you so much, Shilla. Yep, it was good to get this first pass through the game for the 100% done. Playing on normal to get all the collectibles and all the upgrades and stuff. So we got the upgrades for reduced rifle reload time and increased melee damage. We had to get through the mission in under 6 minutes and 30 to get both of those. New Game Plus. Replay the game with all the abilities and upgrades you obtained during normal mode available from the beginning. In New Game Plus, your level score is also multiplied by 2, so you can easily obtain the upgrades you missed and acquire the New Game Plus exclusive ones. The hardest difficulty is New Game Plus Hard. In New Game Plus Hard, you have a single health bar, enemies react much faster, and enemy vision cones are only visible in Eagle Vision. And Eagle Vision doesn't work when you're running. If you're in Eagle Vision and you run, it turns off. Existing abilities and upgrades are carried over and your level score is still multiplied by 2. Helix Blade. Okay, so now it looks like Nikolai can actually do this now. Helix Blade. Only Anastasia could do this, but when you unlock it for Nikolai, he can too. Same with Helix Blend. And Helix Dash. And Helix Strike. Alright, so there is no after credits sequence, but there is a sequence that you can trigger. You need to input the codes that you found in the other games and this one together to unlock it. But I'm just going to go and see what the password is and then put it in. Stan, fuck, you didn't know, holy shit. Yeah. There's comics about Nikolai. I think the comics were written first before this game was done. I think it was that way around. But there's some comics that cover what happens to him after the events of this game. Lucas, for being 2D, this game is surprisingly 3D. Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, I don't know, sometimes to be like, 2.5D or, 3D or, Belarista, this is a criminal and war machine country. Yeah, well, that's it too. Like the skirmishes and like the wars and, stuff like that too. Like they talked about all the different wars that had happened, up until 1918 and, also beyond and stuff. It's good that I won't have to worry about getting the collectibles on the next difficulty level. Now when I do replay it, I will still have to try and go for the shadow style to give me the most amount of points, because you have to get points still for getting the next upgrades. Lizzie, pardon you for the venting, but you hate that your parents seem dead set on you getting your friends your own age. Meanwhile, currently you have friends you get along with quite well, but they act like that doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, it can be tough, Lizzie, when other people have an expectation of what you should be doing with every aspect of your life, and you just want to do things the way that you want to, and the constant, brick wall that they throw up to be like, hey, you should be doing things this way. That would be definitely annoying, especially if it's an ongoing thing in, so many aspects. Oh yeah, Belarista. Yeah, I have actually seen stuff. I think there's also some videos that some YouTubers who got their hands on the game were able to actually, record some footage and show stuff. So I haven't seen all the stuff that's been revealed, but I saw the teaser trailer and all that kind of stuff. But as for expectations on it, I'm still waiting, because it's more than just that game, though. There's like other things going on with the series that I'm not sure on yet. Things like the they changed the name of it. It was Assassin's Creed Infinity, but now they've changed it to just called the Animus Hub. And the rumor was for a long time that to even access any of the games that you own, like moving forward, that you buy, you have to have Assassin's Creed Infinity. Otherwise, you won't be able to load it up and play it. And I want to make sure that, I know that ahead of time if it's true or not. So they haven't officially come out and said anything like that, because it's like, well, if it is needed, how much is it going to be? Is it going to cost anything? And all that kind of stuff. So none of that side of things has been revealed. In terms of like the gameplay though, I could definitely see myself going for more of the stealth. Not that I wouldn't, do any combat and all that kind of stuff, but the stealth approach seems very interesting. But the other thing is too, because of the grapple hook, it seems that the parkour won't be as, like for Noe climbing and stuff, they don't really show her scaling things without use of it as well. So I just don't know what to think about that either. But as with all Assassin's Creed stuff moving forward, I don't pre-order anymore, and I don't buy on first day. I just wait until the game comes out and watch playthroughs of it, and see what happens in it and all that kind of stuff before deciding. So I'm still kind of on the fence. Bill Erston, what do you think of an AC Japan base? Do you think there's enough material to work with? I think so. I really do. Yeah, I think there is. I think the focus on light sources and stuff is definitely a good idea with the stealth side of things. But yeah, I'm not too sure, because the problem is, and it was like this with Odyssey. On surface, what they show you is one aspect, but you don't really know the ins and outs of the tone of things until you actually, see it in action. So I don't really know what their plans are with that game in terms of the humor in it. Like, what are they going to go for? They're going to go for juvenile, childish humor that they've had in Odyssey and also in Valhalla, or they're going to, drop that completely, or, what are they going to do in that regard as well? And that's the kind of stuff that they don't necessarily show you in their trailers and stuff. I mean, they probably did maybe for Syndicate with Jacob and Evie, but I don't remember much about whatever was shown back before that game came out, because I haven't looked at stuff on it since then. But yeah, I think there's still a lot that they can do. I like the idea of using the grapple to, well, like you can in the Chronicles games, use it to go up to the ceiling so an enemy can go underneath you, and you can either wait till they pass by and then drop back down, or you can basically kill them from that point, things like that. I think that's pretty cool. And for a while now, I've wanted them to bring in more Splinter Cell style stuff, like, the light sources and making sure that you need to put them out and all that kind of stuff. Hey there, Vico. You finished it. Nice. Which AC are you playing now? So I've gone through on normal mode, gotten all the collectibles, and gotten the upgrades for it. But I need to go through the game again, but I need to play it on the next difficulty, because on the next difficulty there's exclusive upgrades to that mode as well. So I'll be doing that too. So the playthrough isn't finished yet. Billerista, so you don't give too much value for trailers, you just take an opinion when you were actually playing it. Interesting. Sometimes, yeah. I think trailers are good to get an idea of some stuff, but there's also some things that they might not actually reveal in trailers that you don't know about until you see someone playing it and stuff like that. But yeah, really want to know more about the Animus Hub though, to see what they're actually doing with it. But as far as things like present day story, all that's going to be in the Animus Hub now. There won't be any present day story in any of the games. Having said that though, I don't know if it just means that there won't be any at all, or if they'll do what they did with Mirage, where Mirage has a prologue that is set in present day, or that we assume to be set in present day, with William Miles talking. I don't know if they'll do something like that or not, but have to wait and see. What I'll be doing is, when the credits are finished, and when I get the passcodes put in and we see the cutscene, I'm going to end the stream take a break, and then come back and start the next run. I want to keep the runs in separate VODs, so if people just want to see the first run through on normal, but not see any of the next one, at least it's in a separate VOD for them to check out. So that'll be the plan. I don't know how long these credits will go, but just wait and see. Ubisoft Massive. Niels Vandel. In Red Dead Redemption 2, there's a character named Niels. Okay, is what he says most of the time, in response to a lot of stuff. Okay. He's in the the epilogue, sorry, for that game. Actually, it makes me wonder, like, I know that the prologue of something is like at the start of it, and an epilogue is at the end, but I wonder what the actual meaning, like how the word came about. I guess it's etymology. Etymology. Okay, so it's Middle English from Old French via Latin from Greek. Prologos, from pro before plus logos, saying. Interesting. Epilogue. Late Middle English from French epilogue via Latin from Greek epilogos, from epi in addition plus logos, speech. There we go. Hey there, Gizlek, welcome. Bless for learning language. It's just so funny, like there's so many words that we just take for granted. We learn what the word is, and we might learn the context that it's used in, and we might know the order in which it means something takes place, but we don't necessarily always stop to think, how did they come up with that word? What were they thinking when they did, things like that. See, I've never actually thought to look at that. How's things going, Gizlek? Welcome on in. We're just watching the credits, and I'm going to put in a passcode to watch a cutscene that is set in present day, which is the only present day cutscene in the trilogy. And then I'm going to end the stream, and then take a break, and then come back to do it all again, but on the next difficulty to get all the upgrades. And then that means that the next game in the series will be Origins. But I won't be starting that today, though. It only took me 3 hours to do the last few missions because, well, I didn't have many missions left. Yeah, Dr. Ubisoft credits. I think it's almost finished. When they start to show the stuff about, Og Vorbis and all these sorts of things. Because they can win, and then we learn no one came up with it. The Greek version just sounded fine by some scholarly elite who used to write scientific books and or do theatre, so we took it for granted. Yeah, these things that happen, and it's not always the general population that is allowed to come up with these things. It's always someone of a different kind of status, And if a certain person of a certain status says something is the way it's supposed to go, then anyone who questions it is like, what are you talking about? That is why nothing is true, everything is permitted. But not literally, though. It's like, well, if everything is permitted, then assassins can just go around and steal from people, right? It's like, well, yeah, they could if they wanted to, but there are definitely repercussions from it. Because, maybe that person needed that food, needed that money to eat, and if they don't eat something, they'll die. And the assassin, by stealing the food, stealing the money, has taken away the opportunity for them to buy the food that would have saved their life. The consequence of that would be that an assassin indirectly has killed them, although directly you could argue as well. Because, to be fair, if it wasn't a politician, it was just some philosopher, some dude, some Socrates, dust, wind, dude. It's funny, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure has quite a few figures from history in it, which I think was the first time I saw them visualized. So here we go. I've got the codes here to put them in, but throughout each game, in certain parts, you'll see an assassin logo and there'll be some codes.
You sent for me?
I have, Master Berg.
An urgent matter, I presume.
Shay Cormac's precursor box. You recovered it last year when assassins stole it? Before we knew what it was.
Before I uncovered Shay's memories.
I need you to deliver it to Dr. Grammatica.
Very well. Where?
A secret location. Not even I know where it is. Grammatica will send you the coordinates. Master Berg, no one is to know about this. Understood?
Understood.
Master Berg! Is this it? The precursor box?
Delivered as ordered, Master Grammatica.
Curious little item, isn't it?
What do you plan to do with it?
I'm hoping it will help me better understand another artifact we have uncovered.
What kind of research are you doing here?
Project Phoenix, Master Berg. Project Phoenix!
So there we go. After all that, Ezio's precursor box that he gave Xiao Jun in Assassin's Creed Embers, in present time ends up in the hands of the fucking Templars. Because like Rod about to use his IGN cheat sheet. Actually, the one that I used was from the Steam community. So there we go. There's no after credits cutscene with this game, but putting the codes in will unlock that cutscene. And if you go in, like, if you were to replay the memory and then get to the end credits, the password is already put in there for you once you've locked it in. So that's good. So there we have it. That is the 10 sequences. For some reason I thought there was 12. I don't know why. But there we go. Alright, so I just want to thank everyone so much for watching this stream. It's definitely, pardon me, it's definitely understandable if people won't be able to make it to the next stream. What I want to do is take a break for 1 hour. So I'll take a 1 hour break. And then when I come back, I'll be starting the game again, but we're going to be playing on the next difficulty, which is plus mode. Because there's some upgrades that are exclusive to that. Plus hard is the most difficult one, but there's no new upgrades that you get by doing it on that mode. It's only normal that has upgrades and plus mode that has upgrades. So that's what I'll be doing in the next stream. I just want to thank everyone so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. For those who won't be able to come back in an hour's time, that's completely fine. Thanks for watching this stream. And if I finish the game, then Friday's stream will be Assassin's Creed Origins to start my playthrough for that game. Doctor, back to Chronicles Russia, because you love this game. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this game is so awesome. Like, if you were stuck in a room for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, until you finish this game, and you had to finish it 10 times, one after the other. Oh man, I'd love it. It'd be so awesome. Before I go, I want to give some shout outs. Would like to recommend highly people check out Shillerlock, who is also doing an annual series run of Assassin's Creed. He's currently on Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. He's also a fan of the Dark Pictures series of horror games, as well as the Mafia series. And also highly recommend checking out Gizlek. He's playing Gravity Rush 2, as well as games like Rise of the Ronin, as well as Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. He's also a fan of the Assassin's Creed games as well. So yeah, highly recommend checking out those streamers if you haven't before. Troll, you know you love it. It's like, this is the best game ever in the entire world. It even beats Assassin's Creed 2. No, just kidding. Dr. Darling, it would be delicious. Perhaps. Maybe. But maybe not. Thanks again everyone for watching. I'll be back in 1 hour to do the next run through on the next difficulty. See you soon. It beats Odyssey. No, in some ways, I don't know. That's tough. I'd have to think about that one. Actually, Crocodiles is actually live. What I'll do is I'll do a raid. I'll have to raid and run because I actually want to get something to eat. I need to go somewhere for it. So I'll just put in that as a general raid message for people to use, and I'll also put one in for subscribers. Which is that one there. And Crocodiles is actually playing Ancestors the Humankind Odyssey. So I'll raid out to Crooked. I'll say a quick hello when we get in there, and then go and get something to eat. Lizzie, you haven't played Odyssey yet. Not yet. But it'll be interesting to see what you think about it though, Lizzie, all the same, when you get to it. Oh yes, Sheila, that's no trouble at all for the stream and for the shout out either, dude. No problem at all. Yeah, so we'll go and raid and see how Crooked is doing. He's doing a very ambitious series of playthroughs. He won't be doing all of them back to back, but he's going through games across multiple series and franchises and doing them in the order in which the game takes place in. So, for example, a game that takes place in 1920 would be done first before a game set in 1922. You know, things like that. So he's doing that as a very ambitious project. Because like you get in there with ook, we're not the save. ook. Okay. As Niels would say.